Good morning everybody, hope you're well. My name's Stuart, host of #Leadership What's on Your Mind and founder of Star Development UK. Welcome to the second of this vlog series to share some of my stories and concepts around leadership, and hopefully they're going to add value to your self-awareness and your leadership journey. So let's put our best foot forward and let's get going. Okay, so here we go, we've started moving. Let's see where we get to. So today I'm going to talk about flow. So flow is a really interesting concept. There's two types of flow that I see in this sort of scenario, if you like. The flow that I work with and talk about in my high performance athlete program, you can imagine you've probably seen this before or spoken about it in any skill set. So let's take one of my athletes, for example, as a runner. And if you were to see him run, it looks effortless, okay? He's in flow. He's highly trained, highly skilled. He's done the 10,000 hour concepts that you've probably heard of before, which we'll probably cover on another time. But it looks effortless. So when we go and run, it looks labored, we're not in flow. And that's one side. So in the sports set, and we talk about flow. I'm not going to talk about that, I'm going to talk about it in a negative way, flow. Because you might have heard the concept of going with the flow, and then that starts to make you think about you're not in control. Are you just turning up on a Monday like we are today, and you've got the week and you suddenly arrive on a Friday and you've not had an impact, okay? You've just turned up and nothing's happened and you're out of flow, if you like, and there's no control and you just go along. So what I'm going to explain to you is a concept that I bring from the military. I explained in last week's vlog about adventure training and the form that we use to develop people. So when we used to take people paddling and we moved into flow, water flow, and we used to take people canoeing and kayaking, when we got into the performance level of controlling a boat and working as a team, if there's two of you in the boat, we talked about the flow of water. So the flow of water, if you're in the flow and you're going with the flow, that's really negative because the water is taking you wherever it wants you to go. So it's going to go into the rocks, it's going to go into all the areas where you don't want to go. So what we said was you had to take control and you had to be aware of whether you were in flow, so you were just being taken by the water. And obviously the opposite of that is being in control and controlling the boat, controlling the flow. So you're either going to be going faster than the water or you're going to be going slower than the water. Because if you have that control, you then can make decisions. So let's just take it, for example, that I'm going faster than the flow. I'm aiming for something. So in the world that I work in now, in the business sector, the business with business owners, is about how driven are we, how motivated are we, how much awareness do we have of our goals? Are we going forward, having drive and determination and motivation? And then also, how do we then impact that on our teams? Are we communicating our flow? Let's go faster because we want to be in control of our destiny, etc. Then to slow down, I want to slow down and I want to assess where I need to go with the boat. So I'm going to slow down, I'm going to back paddle, and then I'm going to choose my line, for example, if you're in the water, in fast flowing water. So in business, we talk about slowing down, and if you're back paddling in business, you're taking that step back, literally sometimes a physical step back, and you're assessing your options. You're looking more strategic at your business rather than being in the flow, going with the flow in operational. You can get dragged into the operational side of the business quite a lot when you're meant to be in a strategic area. So I talk to business owners and directors a lot about this, because they say, yes, that's so true. I just am in the flow. I'm reactive to what's around me, and I'm getting pulled left, right, and center. And I don't have the ability or the time, that's a big thing, isn't it? The time to backpedal and look at the strategic side. A couple of my guests on the podcast last year talked about this, and they were saying about having the, it's almost deemed short-term pain, because sometimes when you think you have to be in the flow and going with the flow all the time, it's the short-term pain of finding that time to look at that strategic view. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. Talking about flow, you're in a boat in moving water. Imagine that's your journey in business, your journey in leadership. You're either having to paddle faster to go and get something and put things in action and implement, or you're slowing down and not letting the flow take you along, and you're looking more strategic at your business. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, this week on the podcast, I speak to Holly Moore, an absolutely amazing episode. Shared her thoughts and feelings and her actions in 2020, and it's an amazing episode to go and have a look at. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell. You'll see my episode and my vlog next week. Remember, on Monday, every Monday 6 a.m, and the podcast comes out every Wednesday at 6 a.m. So let's see where this goes. Have a great week. See you soon. Bye.